For any military operation to be successful, the ability to move and supply your forces is critical. Fortunately, the USS Fresno fulfilled this role admirably. Built in San Diego in 1968, the USS Fresno was meant to be different. It was the fourth Newport-class transport ship to be built, and the second built on the West Coast. At 522 feet long, she could carry more than 400 troops and 510 tons of equipment at a top speed of 22 knots. She was officially commissioned into the Navy on November 22, 1969.
All the big wigs were there, and everybody who wanted the camera, and from military, and the county was represented and so forth. It was a nice ceremony, very nice and well done, and I was impressed to be part of it.
Bruce Smith served as a ship serviceman clerk and was part of the first crew to sail on the USS Fresno.
I came from one that was very old, that didn't run, that had 2-inch cockroaches on it, and then I go to this brand new thing. Oh, it was like, going from a motel on the highway to the Ritz-Carlton.
For Haas Peterson, who served as a gunner's mate aboard the Fresno almost 20 years later, the experience was a little different.
The Fresno was old when I got there in '88. She was old and she needed a lot of love.
She was named for the County of Fresno, but her official designation was LST-1182.
LST stands for Landing Ship Tank. We carried tanks and amphibious tanks usually, and their Marine crew.
We could pull right up to any beach. The front doors would open, this big tongue would go out. It was supported by a large contraption at the front of the ship. And anyway, we could lower this tongue and they could drive everything off from underneath the ship. We would take LVTs, landing vehicle tanks, ammo, beer, you name it.
For 24 years, the ship and her crew delivered supplies, equipment, and troops around the world. The process left an everlasting impression on all that served aboard.
We did a good job supplying the troops and taking care of the Marines. It was great to see all these places along the way. I lived there for almost 3 years, and I spent my life there, and it was a great experience. It helped me grow up a lot. It's probably the best thing I ever did.
She's part of the crew, and we spend 24/7, 365 taking care of her to make sure that she takes care of us when we're out in the middle of the ocean. She's almost like a living, breathing entity. I mean, you do all you can to take care of her, make sure that she takes care of you, and she really takes on a life of her own.
I still remember every damn ladder on that ship, and I could go through there blindfolded. I mean, I was sad to hear that they ended up, they didn't sell it or scrap the metal. Must be too expensive, but I heard they just put it in the ocean someplace. They sunk it.
On the 15th of September, 2014, the USS Fresno was used as a target ship and sunk. She now sits 18,000 feet underwater, 215 nautical miles northeast of Guam.
When the video of the Fresno being sunk was posted online, like all of us saw it, and it's like losing a member of the family.
This loss would reignite the bond between all those who served on the Fresno.
We started calling each other and getting together. That's how we all came together for the first time. 2015 in my backyard in Nashville, actually. And we've since got together in Las Vegas in 2019, and then Biloxi, and then San Diego, and our next one's going to be in 2025 in Virginia Beach. Every single guy I've talked to who served on the Fresno always says it was their favorite tour, it was the tightest crew, or they were the best bunch of brothers, because it really was.
Even though she now sits on the ocean floor, she will live on through the scuttlebutt and sea stories told by the sailors that once called her home.